Welcome to this second episode in the series about merchandising management. This one, we will be talking about the category management or the grouping of products so we can handle them. So, the merchandise category, which we are planning on, structuring on, from a merchandise category point of view, we're looking at categories and grouping the products as the customers see as substitutes for each other. So if a customer sees this product as a substitute for this product, then it's a product that we put into the same category. From a vendor perspective, or the people who are selling things, they have different categories of or a different way of grouping things. They're looking at the product attributes. So products which are similar but have a different variations. That could be color variations or feature variations, but basically the same product. From a retail point of view, we're looking at something even more different. We're looking at the common consumer and buying behavior. If you think about it, when you go into a supermarket, what will you find in the baking section? Well, you will find the flour, but you'll also find the yeast, different producers. In the condiment section, you find your ketchup, your mustard, maybe your onions, all the things that you use in the same type of dish or where you have the same consumer buying behavior. All right. So if we're looking at the management of the process, so this is where we're going into the retail business. We're looking at with the objective of maximizing the sales and profit of a category. And this is a little bit different. This is where things might get a little bit confusing because here we're looking at the profits for the entire category. So you have different types of products, different vendors, and you want to get the most out of your shelf space. So profit per centimeter is one of the key metrics here. So products which will earn you a large profit will have more space. Okay. So, for example, in the cereals category, you will have the Kellogg's brand, but you will also have your standard and placed accordingly. So, where you earn the most money, you place it so people are most likely to purchase that. You also have your shirts, your polos, your dairy products, and nations, all the different, kind of like the image you see here, categories go up together because you have the same purchase behavior related to that product. This also means that as the retailer cannot know every single detail about every product that they have in the store, they hand over some of the responsibilities. This is what we call to the category captain. We select a vendor who's responsible for managing the category. And if we think back a little bit, well, there's a little bit of a challenge here because the vendor, the category captain, might not want to optimize for other products. So even though we have a category captain, the ones who's leading things, who's feeding the retailer with information, there still needs to be some work done. We cannot have it all handed out to this one vendor. Vendors, however, often have more information about this specific category, this specific product, and they can help the retailer understand their behavior, when does people buy it, where do they buy it, and thereby improving the potential for profit in the category. All right. So to summarize it a little bit, the merchandise managers and evaluations, the people who's managing the category, decides what to buy. They decide the price for which the merchandise is sold, and to some extent, the cost of the merchandise. However, they don't have any control over the operating expenses. They don't have any control over who is doing what, how much they do get in salary, or the real estate or the space where it's located, the supply chain management, when does things get the IT system. So the big question in the end here is, how can we evaluate the merchandisers? Right? Think about it, and we'll get back to that later in the session.